The 2024 election is fast approaching. A critical voting bloc is showing signs of apathy, Christians and Jews. Recent studies indicate a concerning trend of low voter turnout among these groups. This development has the potential to significantly impact the election outcome. Historically, these religious communities have held strong political influence. Their potential absence at the polls raises questions about the future of American democracy. The implications of this trend extend beyond a single election cycle. If Christians and Jews continue to disengage from the political process, their values and concerns risk being underrepresented. This could lead to policies that do not reflect the needs or beliefs of a significant portion of the population. The stakes are high, and understanding the reasons behind this apathy is crucial. Religious leaders and community organizers are presented with a significant challenge. They must find ways to re-engage their congregants in the political process. This requires addressing the root causes of apathy and highlighting the importance of civic participation. The future of American democracy may depend on their success. Recent studies paint a stark picture. Voter turnout among Christians and Jews is on the decline. This trend is particularly concerning given their historical influence in shaping political discourse and policy decisions. The Cultural Research Center at Arizona Christian University conducted a study that revealed alarming statistics. Only 51% of self-identified people of faith are certain to vote in the 2024 election. This represents a significant decrease compared to previous election cycles where turnout was notably higher. The study focused specifically on Christians and Jews, two groups that have historically been politically active. The findings show a significant drop in voter enthusiasm, particularly among young people. This decline in engagement raises concerns about the future of these groups' political representation. Several factors contribute to this trend. One significant factor is a growing sense of disillusionment with the political process. Many Christians and Jews feel that their values are not reflected in the platforms of either major political party. This sense of alienation can lead to apathy and a reluctance to participate in a system perceived as broken. The decline in voter turnout among Christians and Jews has the potential to reshape the political landscape significantly. It underscores the need for political parties to address the concerns of these communities and for religious leaders to emphasize the importance of civic engagement. Engaging younger generations is crucial, as they are the future voters and leaders. Efforts to educate and involve them in the political process can help reverse this trend. Community outreach programs, educational initiatives, and open dialogues about political issues can foster a sense of belonging and responsibility. By addressing the root causes of disillusionment and promoting active participation, we can ensure that the voices of Christians and Jews continue to be heard in the political arena. Why are Christians and Jews increasingly disengaging from the political process? The reasons are complex and multifaceted, but several key factors stand out. One major contributor is a pervasive sense of disillusionment with the political system. Many feel that politicians are out of touch with their needs and concerns. This is compounded by a lack of trust in government institutions. Another factor is the increasing polarization of American politics. The political landscape has become increasingly divided in recent years. This creates an environment where civil discourse is difficult and compromise feels impossible. Many Christians and Jews find this environment toxic and disheartening, leading them to withdraw from political engagement altogether. Furthermore, there is a growing perception that neither major political party adequately represents the values of many Christians and Jews. This sentiment is particularly strong among younger generations. They often feel caught between two extremes, neither of which aligns with their beliefs. This sense of not having a voice can lead to political apathy. The decline in voter turnout among Christians and Jews is not simply a matter of indifference. It is a symptom of deeper issues within the American political system. Addressing these issues is crucial to restoring faith in democracy and encouraging civic engagement across all communities. Section 4. The Power of the Pulpit. Comparing voter engagement in religious communities. While the overall trend shows declining voter turnout among Christians and Jews, There are notable differences in how various religious communities approach political engagement. These differences can be attributed to historical, cultural, and theological factors that shape each community's perspective on civic duty and political involvement. Some congregations are highly active in encouraging their members to vote, organizing events, and providing resources to ensure their community is well-informed and motivated to participate in elections. These congregations often see voting as an extension of their moral and ethical responsibilities. This difference in approach can significantly impact voter turnout within these communities. Congregations that actively promote voting tend to have higher turnout rates compared to those that do not. Black churches, for instance, have a long history of political activism and voter mobilization. They have been at the forefront of civil rights movements, using their platforms to advocate for social justice and equality. They often serve as community hubs, providing resources and information about voting. These churches organize voter registration drives, educational workshops, and transportation to polling stations. This proactive approach has contributed to consistently high voter turnout rates among Black Americans. The sense of community and collective action fostered by these churches plays a crucial role in mobilizing voters. In contrast, some other Christian denominations, particularly those with a more evangelical focus, have been hesitant to engage directly in political campaigns. This hesitation is often rooted in a theological belief that the church should focus on spiritual matters rather than political ones. This reluctance stems from a belief that the church should remain separate from worldly affairs. Many evangelicals emphasize the importance of personal faith and spiritual growth over political involvement. However, this separation can sometimes translate into a lack of emphasis on civic duty, potentially contributing to lower voter turnout. When religious leaders do not prioritize voting, their congregants may not see it as a critical aspect of their faith practice. Jewish communities also display a range of approaches to political engagement. The diversity within Jewish communities means that there is no single approach to politics. While synagogues generally refrain from endorsing specific candidates, many actively encourage their members to be informed voters. They provide educational resources and forums for discussion to help their congregants make informed decisions. They may host candidate forums, distribute voter guides, or organize social action campaigns around specific issues. These activities help to foster a sense of civic responsibility and engagement among their members. These varying approaches highlight the complex relationship between religion and politics. Each community navigates this relationship in ways that reflect their unique values and priorities. The level of encouragement and guidance provided by religious institutions can significantly influence the voting behavior of their members. When religious leaders actively promote civic engagement, it can lead to higher voter turnout and a more informed electorate. Understanding these dynamics is essential for developing effective strategies to promote civic engagement. By recognizing the unique ways in which different religious communities approach political involvement, policymakers and activists can tailor their efforts to better support and mobilize these groups. Section 5. Swinging the vote: Potential Impact on the 2024 Election Landscape. The potential impact of low voter turnout among Christians and Jews on the 2024 election cannot be overstated. These groups have historically played a crucial role in shaping the political landscape of the United States. These groups represent a significant portion of the electorate, and their absence at the polls could have far-reaching consequences. Their participation or lack thereof could be the deciding factor in many closely contested races. This is particularly relevant in battleground states where elections are often decided by narrow margins. The influence of these voters in such states can tip the scales in favor of one candidate or another. Historically, Christians and Jews have leaned towards different ends of the political spectrum. Christians have often supported conservative candidates, while Jews have tended to favor more liberal ones. However, the current political climate has led to shifting allegiances and a growing sense of disillusionment with both major parties. Many voters from these communities feel that neither party adequately represents their values and concerns. This makes it difficult to predict how their absence might influence the election outcome. The unpredictability of voter behavior adds another layer of complexity to an already volatile political environment. On the one hand, lower turnout among these groups could benefit candidates who typically rely on mobilizing their base. These candidates might find it easier to secure a win if their core supporters turn out in large numbers. If fewer Christians and Jews show up to vote, It could give an advantage to candidates who appeal to other demographics. This shift could lead to unexpected outcomes in various races across the country. On the other hand, their absence could also create an opportunity for candidates who can successfully engage with these communities and address their concerns. Candidates who can bridge the gap and resonate with these voters might find themselves with a new and powerful base of support. If a candidate can effectively communicate their message and inspire these voters, they could potentially swing the election in their favor. The ability to connect with and mobilize these communities could be a game changer in the 2024 election. The 2024 election is shaping up to be one of the most unpredictable in recent history. With so many variables at play, the final outcome remains uncertain. The declining voter turnout among Christians and Jews adds another layer of complexity. It underscores the importance of understanding the motivations and concerns of this diverse electorate. It highlights the importance of understanding the motivations and concerns of this diverse electorate. Engaging with these communities and addressing their unique issues could be the key to winning their support and, ultimately, the election.